Hey guys, welcome back to this week's video. I hope you guys have had an awesome week. It's been pretty nice, pretty good week for me. I'm loving having the warm weather. It means I can go out in a sweater. I don't have to wear a big winter coat. There's no boots. Hopefully you guys have had an awesome week. Are we ready to dive in? I hope so, because I am. Got it all right here. Nice and clean. Activity pages. You should have at least this in front of you. All right, we're gonna start with our activity pages. We are going to look at your activity page. And I want you to draw a circle around people who are doing good things. And I want you to draw an X over people who are making a wrong choice. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll see if you can get them all and see if they look like mine. All right, so how'd you guys do? Well, here's mine. So this lady giving this homeless man some food is a good thing. These guys yelling at the old lady is a bad thing. Reading the Bible to each other is a good thing. And stealing is a bad thing. So, do you remember our question from last week, our big picture question? How do we live while waiting for Jesus to come back? Well, we follow Jesus and tell everybody about him. Okay, do most of those people look like they're doing good things and we're living their life like Jesus would? Some of them look like they're ready for Jesus to come back. Others don't look like it. So I'm going to show you a picture of someone who's very special to me. This, if you can see it, is my Oma. And my Oma is very special. She's very special to me. Unfortunately, she went to be with Jesus a long time ago, a couple years ago. And there are days where I really miss her. But today's Bible story gives me hope that one day I will get to see her again. So, we are looking into our famous big book. Do you know what this is? It's our Bible. And so today's story comes from the book of Thessalonians. Now, Thessalonians is a really big word, but those are what the people were called. Just like we're called Winnipeggers, because we live in Winnipeg, the letter to the Thessalonians were called those people because they lived in a city called Thessalonica. Also another weird city name, but that's what the city was called. Okay? And not everybody in Thessalonica liked Paul's teaching about Jesus. They made life really hard for the believers there. So Paul wrote them a letter and encouraged believers in hard times. Paul said that in the future, Jesus will come back for his people. Believers can live with hope because Jesus will come again. So I'm going to let you pause the video here, and I'm going to get you guys to go watch the video, and then we'll come back and we have some questions. Now remember, if you need to watch it twice, go ahead and do that, and then we'll see what the questions are like. All right, how is that? Did you watch it once or twice? Good. So, today's questions are this. Do you remember who wrote today's letter in today's story? If you said Paul, you would be right. Do you remember who he wrote to? There's another big word we just talked about a little bit a while ago. He wrote to the Thessalonian believers in Thessalonica. Who is coming back to judge the world? Jesus is. That's great. Good job, guys. And when Jesus comes back, will believers suffer anymore? Nope, not anymore when Jesus comes back. Does anybody know when Jesus is coming back? No, none of us know when Jesus is coming back. Right? None of us know. Only God the Father knows that. The Thessalonians didn't know what happened to believers when they died. So Paul encouraged believers in hard times. he told them that Jesus will come back, and he will bring with him the Christians who died and will live with them forever. So I bet their next question was this: well, if that's true, then how do we live until Jesus comes back? And that's our big picture question today, too. How do we live until Jesus comes back? Well, we follow Jesus and tell everybody about him. Pretty simple. All right, I'm going to give you a chance now to get up and do some moving. So I want you to stand, jump up 3 times, spin around in a circle, and get ready to sing our memory verse song. If you want to sing both songs, that's perfectly okay too. Get a little bit more wiggles out, and we'll join you back here when you're done. So, to end off today, I have a very special task for you to do. Are you ready? Are you listening? Good. So in our story today, we learned that Paul wrote letters to help encourage people, right? He wanted to help those who were in a bad time. Well, how perfect is this? Our world is kind of in a hard time right now, right? We all have to stay home to help lessen the stuff that's going on and to do our part to make sure that nobody else can get sick. So, your task is this today. I want you to write an encouragement card. Now, what may you ask is an encouragement card? Well, it's a card that you send to someone to help them make them feel better. It can be a friend or somebody or a family member, but I want you guys to try and find someone in the church that you can send it to. So, just as Paul believed in helping others and encouraging them through hard times, so can we. So I want you guys to make cards, okay? And then we can pray for them to be encouraged and live in hope because Jesus will come back. That's your task for today, for this week, to make encouragement cards and send them to people in our church. You can pick who you want. You can pick whoever you want. But my challenge would be to make at least 3 cards this week to send to somebody else. Okay? And then mom and dad can help you send them out or give them to who they're supposed to be if you can get close to them. Okay? That is your task this week, as it helps us remember that we can encourage others in hard times. Well, that's all we have for today, guys. I'm going to pray, and then we'll see you next week. Jesus, we thank you so much that you help us encourage others. And even so long ago when Paul lived, you taught him and helped remind him that we can encourage others to have hope that you will come back one day. And even though we're in a hard time now too, Jesus, we thank you that we can help make others happy. We thank you that even though these little things are not very big, but they will bring a smile to somebody else. Jesus, we love you, and we thank you for loving us. Amen. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. Have fun making your cards, and then send them to people who need happy times. I love you guys, and I miss you guys, and hopefully we'll get to see you guys soon. Bye. Oh, let me know how you're doing. I'd love to know if I can be praying for you guys. Have an awesome week.